Hello students and welcome back to the DCAS initiative. My name is Swaraj and today we are going to discuss few important topics of the day. The first one is Ram Kinkar Baij, the second is Purandara Dasa, third one is government notifies BS6 emission norms for quadricycles, and the last is Somalia and Kenya dispute. So without wasting time, let's start with the first one. So basically, Ram Kinkerbait, he was in news because there was Ministry of Culture's National Gallery of Modern Art has will organize actually a virtual tour, and इस tour का title होगा राम किंकर बेज a journey through silent transformation and expressions. तो ये एग्जाम में पूछ सकते हैं क्योंकि इनका 115th birth anniversary था, that was on 26th of May 2020. So basically he was a renowned artist, so you should know that. So, who was Ram Kinkar Baij? He was one of the most seminal artists of modern India, iconic sculptor, painter, and graphic artist. So, here he is. He was born in Bankura in West Bengal. Later, in 1925, he made his way to Kala Bhavan, the art school of Shanti Niketan, and under the guidance of Nandlal Bose. So basically, his contribution is vast to the modern art because he had a blend mixture of European style, but still he was having some roots to the Indian culture, Indian ethos. So basically, he assimilated the idioms of the European modern visual language and yet was rooted in his own Indian ethos. ठीक है, वहाँ से absorbs किया European expression पूरा, but उनके paintings में Indian touch था. He experimented restlessly with the forms, moving freely from figurative to abstract painting and back to figurative. Then his themes were steeped with a deep sense of humanism, and he was great understanding of symbiotic relation between a man and a nature. Both in his painting and his sculpture, he pushed the limit of experimentations and ventured into the new use of materials. For example, his unconventional material of that cement concrete he was using to make the monumental public sculptures. तो इन्होंने ये शुरू किया था cement concrete से sculptures बनाना. So that was very much appreciated. Then awards and honors. He was invited to participate in the Salon de Realities of Novelis in 1950, that is in Paris. Government of India then honored him with Padma Bhushan in 1970. In 1976, he was given fellowship of Lalit Kala Academy. In 1976, he was given the doctorate degree of Desikottam by Vishwa Bharati. And in 1979, an honorary was given of doctorate of letters by Rabindra Bharati University. Actually, doctorate of letters, some country it is regarded as a very much degree than your PhD. And the next person in news was Purandara Das. Actually, he was in news because of his dispute on the place of birth. That some are telling that he was born in Pune and some are telling us that he is born in Karnataka. So ये dispute है, तो उसी dispute को खत्म करने के लिए कमेटियां भी बिठाई गई है. So he is Purandara Das is regarded as a pitama of Carnatic music. तो इन्होंने न्यू म्यूजिक को जन्म दिया था, दैट इज नोन एज कार्नेटिक म्यूजिक. कार्नेटिक म्यूजिक बेसिकली इज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ आर्यन म्यूजिक एंड द्रविडियन म्यूजिक, तो दोनों को मिक्सचर है कार्नेटिक म्यूजिक. सो बेसिकली अ कमिटी वाज कंस्टिट्यूटेड बाय कन्नड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी हम्पी और उन्होंने बोला कि ही वाज बोर्न इन अ स्मॉल विलेज कॉल्ड केशवापुरा एट अरागा हुबली इन तिरथाउली तालुका ऑफ शिवामोगा डिस्ट्रिक्ट इन कर्नाटका. बट सम आर टेलिंग दैट ही वाज बोर्न इन पुरंदरागढ़ नियर पुणे इन महाराष्ट्र एंड फाइनली सेटल्ड इन हम्पी. तो यही डिस्प्यूट है. तो लिखते हैं हु वाज ही. He was a Haridasa and a great devotee of Krishna. तो ये क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं तुमको. He was a pioneer who blended the rich musical streams, namely the Dravidian and Aryan music, into the single stream known as Carnatic music. Before being the follower of Haridasa tradition, Purandara was a rich merchant and he was known as Srinivasa Nayaka. ठीक है, means he was blessed with money, Lakshmi. Then his contribution to the Indian music is by structuring the graded exercise known as Swaralis and Alankaras. He introduced a raga, that is Maya Malva Gola, as a first scale to be learned by the beginners in the field of music. He composed also Gitas for novice students. Novice students means beginners. He is noted for composing Dasa Sahitya as a Bhakti movement vocalist and a music scholar. जैसे इन्होंने म्यूजिक को कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, साथ ही साथ उनके जो म्यूजिक में सोशल रिफॉर्म्स के मैसेजेस भी होते थे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, थ्रू हिज कीर्तन ही डेल्ट विद सोशल रिफॉर्म्स एंड पॉइंट्स डिफेक्ट्स फाउंड इन द सोसाइटी, क्योंकि वो टाइम पे देखना बहुत सारे डिफेक्ट्स जैसे कास्टिज्म. सो ही made his complete self-surrender and unadulterated love towards the Lord Krishna. He fought against casteism through his songs. According to him, there was no inequality among men and women, and दोनों के जो duties है towards the society and day-to-day activities वो same है. He fought against untouchability through his songs. The philosophy of Bhakti in Purandar's Dasa composition stems from the essential teaching of realistic प्यूरलिस्टिक माधवा फिलोसॉफी ऑफ वैष्णविज्म. तो इनका जो कंपोजिशन है वो उनका जो स्टेम्स है इट इज फ्रॉम माधवा फिलोसॉफी ऑफ जैनिज्म. मींस माधवा फिलोसॉफी डिपेंड्स अपॉन अ बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ ह्यूमन एंड द गॉड. ठीक है, तो दोनों अलग अलग चीज है. नेक्स्ट इज गवर्नमेंट नोटिफाइजेस BS6 emission norms for quadricycles. तो ये लास्ट था जहां पे quadricycles को इंक्लूड कर दिया गया है by Ministry of Road and Transport. So they are on the lines of European Union's World Motorcycle Test Cycle. So basically, let's see what is a quadricycle. It is a size of a three-wheeler, as a rickshaw, but has 4 tires and fully covered like a car. ठीक है, यहाँ पे देख ही रहा है हम लोग. It has an engine like that of a three-wheeler. This makes it cheap and safe mode of transport for last mile connectivity. A quadrilateral cannot be more than 3.6 meters long. Should have an engine smaller than 100 cc, मतलब 800 तुम्हारे मारुति 800 जो आती थी उससे भी कम का इंजन होना चाहिए. एंड शुड नॉट हैव वेट मोर देन 470 किलोग्राम्स. तो ये क्वाड्रिलैटरल है, तो इनको भी BS6 के गाइडलाइंस दिए हैं. एंड यहाँ पे हमारे पूरे BS6 के नॉर्म्स जो है अभी वो सब कार्स के लिए एप्लीकेबल हो जाएंगे. Then there was a dispute between Somalia and Kenya over the इंडियन ओशन बेसिकली. सो अभी यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ सोमालिया एंड केनिया का ये मैप है, ये उनका कोस्टल एरिया है. अभी ये जो पिंक लाइन दिख रही है तो केनिया बोल रहा है कि इसके नीचे का जो पूरा इंडियन ओशन है, मैरीटाइम ओशन है, तो वो केनिया का है. बट सोमालिया बोल रहे हैं कि इसको 45 डिग्री पे तुम लोग टिल्ट करो एंड ये पूरा जो है सोमालिया का है. तो ये डिस्प्यूट अभी फिलहाल इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस में है. तो ये न्यूज में था बिकॉज उनका हियरिंग होने वाला था 2020 बट इट गॉट डिफर्ड ड्यू टू कोविड पैंडेमिक. सो ये फिलहाल डिस्प्यूट उनके पास है. सो डिस्प्यूट किसके बीच में? इट इज अ डिलिमिटेशन ऑफ द मैरीटाइम बाउंड्री इन द इंडियन ओशन. तो ये क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं कौन से ओशन में डिस्प्यूट है? इंडियन ओशन में. रफली 1 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर्स का डिस्प्यूट है विच इज हैविंग अ ह्यूज डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ ऑयल एंड गैस. A disagreement over which direction of two countries border extend into the Indian Ocean. तो यही डायरेक्शन को लेके उनका डिस्प्यूट चल रहा है. सो फिलहाल के लिए इतना ही. इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम यू कैन कमेंट बिलो. थैंक यू.